Hello. Hello again, and welcome back. Today we are going to be doing another pack opening video. I've just got a couple of boxes of Cosmic Eclipse left in my collection to open, so this will be the second to last Cosmic Eclipse box. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the very last Cosmic Eclipse box, I'm going to open it all in one go. Sword and Shield is coming out very soon at the time I'm recording this. Might already be out by the time this comes out. Probably not. But so my hope is to have these two boxes done by the time Sword and Shield comes out. I'm definitely going to buy a few Sword and Shield boxes as well, get some good staples. I don't know if I'm going to have as many openings once Sword and Shield comes out. I'm trying to sort of save up a little bit of money, so I'm buying fewer boxes. But yeah, definitely I'm thinking 3 or 4 boxes of Sword and Shield perhaps. So, and maybe some Elite Trainer boxes if I like the dice and stuff like that. But anyways, without further ado, thank you to all my Patreons again, the supporters on Patreon. Just every little bit of support helps, and I hope you appreciate the codes. I'll keep doing this if y'all keep enjoying it. And to anybody out there who might be seeing this after the fact, if you're a patron, you get access to this first, and then I post it a few days later or so on Twitter, usually. So, but these videos are unlisted, which is why you don't see them on my YouTube channel easily normally. So without further ado, I should say, let's just, it's casual. Let's just jump into a pack opening, huh? All right. So, yeah, you can also see my cats, hopefully not fighting too much. I can kind of see them. Oh, there they are. There they are. I think you can, where are they? There. One's in the chair. The other one doesn't like him being in the chair, do you? You're like, that was my chair. Sorry, bud. If you want to come up here, you can join me. It's like sitting down there looking at me like, wait, what are you doing? Is that food? Is that food? I want food. Where's the food? He's already gotten first dinner. He's just a very, very hungry boy. So you know their names. The one down here, you might jump up at some point. The gray and white one who you might have seen, his name is Goku. It's a very cute name. His name is Goku. And then the tabby in the back there you might see sometimes is named Maple. And they are just the loveliest little creatures in the universe. So there you go. Code card for all y'all wonderful people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's flip it around. We got ourselves a Fire Energy. Got a Pangoro. So side note, I looked into the focus on this camera, and apparently this camera does not focus until you get about a foot out or so. So I can't do super close-ups without it being out of focus, unfortunately. That's the one downside of using a GoPro. We got a Lily's Polka Doll. We got Blowaway Bomb, Coughing, Drillbur, Swirlix, Cricketot, Woobat, Sunkern, and a Lantern. Okay. Well, that was fine. That was fine. That's the best way I can describe that pack. But yeah, again, the only things I'm looking for out of this, now I've gotten 2 of the Rainbow Rare Charizard and Braixens. My cup runneth over, if you will. But yeah, the only thing I'm really looking for at this point is I just want to get some of those full art trainers, you know? They're so pretty. They're so playable, most of them. And that's really the only thing I'm looking for with this set. Spheal, a reverse Beware, and another, Fion is not a bad card to pull. I think that's going to be one of those cards that I have a few myself, and that my friends are going to be constantly like, hey, does anybody have extra Fion? Because I think it's just going to be a really great switching card until something better than Pokemon Catcher and Great Catcher and Custom Catcher come out. Got an Igglybuff, and then we got a Will, Golduck, Pancham, Drillbur, a Tangela, Eevee. Ooh, interesting. Duskull, Vibrava Reverse, and a regular Beware. I was reading the Eevee because its attack lets you get out as many Eevee and EVGXs onto your bench. If you were playing an Eevee deck, we don't have the Evolution Eevee anymore. That would be an interesting card to play. So I've noticed myself looking and reading some of these cards a little bit more closely just to see is there something I'm not I'm not noticing that is really particularly usable. 2, 3, and 4. Because that's how certain, like, the cards go unnoticed for a while, and then all of a sudden, like, you see somebody play it and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I not notice that? We got something shiny. Hey, Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff. I don't know how valuable or relevant this is going to be. Everybody was like, that card is so busted, and like, it's okay. It ended up actually not being as crazy broken as everybody expected it to be, just because, I don't know, people aren't benching enough GXs unless you're playing very specific decks that you're playing up against. So, but maybe it's always good as a one of, right? It's good as a one of index if you have the right kind of deck for it. So, in terms of, oh my gosh, hold on. I have a bunch of cards that I took out of sleeves just stacked up there, and he's just like, I'm gonna jump on them. No, don't do that. Guzman, Hala, Mawile, Flareon, Vulpix, Rockruff, Stuffle, Rowlet, Phantom, Reverse Litleo, and an Ursaring. Okay. What was I saying? I don't remember. Anyways, sort of changing gears for a second. Yeah, in terms of the videos that I've been doing, hopefully some of y'all that are watching these videos, stop fighting. Oh, you do. Maybe play a Lily's Pokédoll from your hand as the new active. Interesting. Oh, rest in peace, actual fairy types. By the time I'm recording this, they've announced that fairy types are going to be going away in the set. Oh my gosh, my cats are fighting. Gotta fight right now, buddy. Reverse Rapidash and a Walrein. I'm keeping the Walreins because you know what? Cold Snap one day Cold Snap is going to be viable in a deck, and it'll be good to have some extra Walreins around. There you go. It's a code card for y'all. If you've been watching my videos though, you will no doubt know about, you know, the different decks that I've been covering. And so at the time of me recording this, in terms of decks that I have that I'm covering coming out, I recorded the new mill. Oh Lord. I recorded a mill deck that features Sea King, and I haven't seen any other US folks properly cover and do some gameplay with that deck. It was a weird game. I didn't actually ever get to use Sea King's attack because I was up against a more Pico, and that he just constantly goes back to the bench. So I'm like, well, the thing with energy on it is not attackable. But I do want to keep playing with it and see how that attack really goes. Hey, a Hollow Florges. And see how that attack really fares. I think it could be a really interesting deck. I'm currently thinking through like what changes I might make to the deck. The deck doesn't have Lieutenant Surge, which I think is silly. Just a one of even like would probably be useful. Because if you could surge into a double Bellaba Bryson Man, I think that would be pretty valuable. Valuable enough to actually like warrant putting one surge in the deck. So, oh, we got something shiny. Woobat, Ducklet. Hey, we got a character card, Steelix. I don't have very many of these guys, so that's always nice. And a Naganadel and a Guzzlord. Okay, let's put those both back there. That was a good little pack. Kind of a double cupcake sandwich thing going on over there. I don't know what I was saying here. All right, code card for y'all. But yeah, so that deck is coming out. I did record one video already of the Obstagoon Sableye V deck, but I wasn't happy with it. So, and I wasn't happy with the deck profile either. I did it a little quickly. I rushed that one a little bit. And I also didn't really, I didn't correctly understand how Bead or Bayday worked. I was putting the energy from, I was attaching it to anywhere. It has to attach to the bench only. So I was like, no. I want to do this one right. I'll spend a little bit more time with this deck. I think that deck in particular, the Sableye Obstagoon deck, it's a weird build. I think it needs a little bit of love. So I'm going to give that one some more time before I make a video. Just so I'm not making some of the silly mistakes I think I've made in other videos, you know, where I clearly overlook something, like a rule. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So trying to be a little bit more responsible on that front. And only put videos out that I'm like, yeah, I know, this is good. But that is on the horizon for me recording. And yeah, I'm working on a couple of other decks. I just did a challenge, and I got second at the challenge with the, whatchamacallit, Baby Blacephalon, Stefan's Baby Blacephalon from Bochum. Don't know how to pronounce that. But yeah, I got second at the challenge with his Baby Blacephalon, which is pretty good. And I want to do a Blacephalon, a Baby Blacephalon after Sword and Shield comes out list. I think there's definitely some changes that I would make to that. So I'm going to do that. So that'll be another video. And in terms of any other videos coming out, I'm trying to think of like what decks. I don't want to give too much away. Ooh, reverse Pikachu, always nice. And a Venusaur and a Snivy. All right, 3 GXs down. That's pretty good. We're getting about 6 GXs in a box. We're about halfway through our GX count right now. But I don't want to give too much away. But yeah, I think I want to look into Whimsicott. I really like Whimsicott in the new meta. It's probably going to be built very similarly to the style that Rare Candy did their Snorlax VMAX deck. I think with Porygon, some of the support that card gets from a setup perspective, I think that makes a lot of sense. So Porygon Z with that. Speaking of Whimsicott, there's another Whimsicott for you. But Whimsicott GX, I'm not talking about Lost March Whimsicott. But yeah, there you go. There's a code card for y'all. That's one other deck that I'm looking to do a profile on. And, you know, some of my deck ideas, though, like the Mill deck and the Obstagoon Sableye, were decks from the viewers. So if you're watching this and you have, and you play the game as well, and you have any decks that you want me to just take a look at, see if I can make a video about it. Oh, Black Kyurem holographic. Okay. Then definitely reach out, you know, like send me a message on Twitter or comment on one of these videos. Any decks that you'd be interested in seeing me cover, as well as like if there's specific matchups that you'd like to see if I'm gonna make a video. Half the time I don't really know what matchup I should be doing, so I just pick something that I feel like is somewhat fair to slightly favorable for the deck, just so I can give the deck its best shot to shine, so to speak. But if there are any decks that you're like, I really want to see that matchup, let me know. And so long as it's not obviously like an auto loss type situation for one deck or the other. I think an example of that would be like, you know, I think Malamar versus that Mill deck that I just covered would be really tough, just because it's constantly getting energy back. And so you're like, okay, I don't really know what my perfect strategy is here. Obviously, a Mill deck has to be able to counter Malamar if it's really gonna succeed long term. Hey, Wishy-Washy. There we go. Obviously, you have to counter Malamar if you're actually going to be successful in the meta, so maybe a good challenge, but I am not going to make any assumptions that the things that I'm building are currently up to snuff to beat like really great meta decks. I think they'll need lots of tweaks by lots of great people before they get to that level. Another Coughing, Nosepass, Snorunt, Rockruff, Teddiursa, and the Pokemon I can't pronounce his name. All right. That is half of the box. Got ourselves some nice trainers. And in terms of proper Pokemon pulls, we got 3 GXs here. 3 GXs and the Steelix. So that's not bad. That is not bad. Set that up there. And let's get out the second half of this box. All right. Let's just start getting into it, you know? So as a side note, by the time this video goes out, this will already be past, but 3, 4. But yeah, I just had my birthday. So yeah, it was fun. I don't know what everybody got me yet. I mostly for my birthday, I just like, hey, I'm gonna host a tournament. Hey, Gallade. I'm gonna host a tournament, sort of a casual tournament at my place before going out to karaoke. So shout out to any of my friends who might come across this video. Thank you for being there if you could make it, and sad to miss you if you couldn't. But yeah, that's sort of what I chose to do for my birthday, is play some Pokemon with friends and go to karaoke. That's kind of my jam. That's how I like to operate. Got a Heracross reverse, and oh my gosh, a rainbow rare Reshiram and Zekrom. I have not pulled this card. It is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's grab a sleeve for this guy real quick. All right, let's put you in this sleeve. You beautiful card. That one looks very good too. All the centering on the front is good. Reshiram and Zekrom, rainbow rare. All right, that is like, it's definitely not as much as Charizard and Braixen, and unfortunately, the card is just not that good. Maybe with Fine Band it gets better, but it just can't dominate. But I think maybe in an era where like the OHKO isn't what it's meant to do, maybe it's a pretty good deck. Where, like, you know, before people were like, oh, I'm trying to OHKO, and now it's like nobody's OHKOing anything, so could be really good. I might have to play around with building something out of that. Probably not using my rainbow rare, but you know, you get what I mean. Stuffle, a reverse Cynthia and Caitlyn, and a Drampa. Okay. Man, that is a good pull though. I love the artwork on that. The only thing that's better is getting the full art is also really nice. Just the alternate art of that one is also just very nice. 2, 3, 4. Got ourselves Darkness, Red and Blue, Rotom, Rufflet, Piplup, Alolan Vulpix. Got a reverse rare Emboar and a Cradily. Okay. All right. You know, I feel like between the new Burn, Sash, and that Cradily, there could be a status condition deck that sort of creeps its way into format, but boy howdy, between Switch, a Skateboard, I guess a Skateboard wouldn't matter with that one, but between Switch and Mallow and Lana, it just feels so difficult to make status conditions really stick in the current meta. Which is sad. They clearly, like, they're printing cards. Oh, there's another Cradily, geez. And then an Ursaring. They're clearly printing cards that are meant to, like, push for status conditions again with the new Burning Scarf and the Cinderace V Max that burns things when they attack into it. I think they're really trying to, and then there's that Stadium as well that says if something was burned, it stays burned when the new Pokemon, like the new Pokemon becomes burned too, or something like that. So they want status conditions to be a thing. I can tell the Pokemon Company is like, the game is a little bit too straightforward of like, nobody uses status conditions. Hey, Akuma, oh. Yeah, it's fine. That nobody uses status conditions. So the problem is you decided you like status conditions immediately after printing Mallow and Lana. Like, you printed an amazing switching and healing card. Like, what were you thinking? Yeah, that was definitely one where I'm like, and then you gave people a way to search it out directly with Tag Call. That's sometimes the Pokemon Company confuses me. You know what I mean? They do things and you're just like, but I don't think that this is going to work out the way that you wanted it to. Jangama, oh, we got something shiny here. Oh, a full art Nagaguz. Okay. So that might be our full art for the box. And if so, you know what? You take it, you move on. I want to get some more full art trainers. I think the only one I might have a Rosa and then a Lily's Full Force, but I don't have any of the tag teams, which is a little sad. You know, I want some of those tag team full art trainers, but you know, I'm not going to complain with a Rainbow Rare Reshiram and Zekrom. Nope, you're not allowed to complain. Shfeel, Passimian. We got another card. This is another hit. Shfeel, Anisil Valley GX. Okay. another card, Silvally, that you're just sort of like, you know, everybody thought you'd be better, me especially, but then you just weren't. And then they release what's it called? Cinchino or Minchino in the new Sword and Shield set with basically like the trade ability, and you're just sort of like, that can draw me no matter how many cards I have in hand, and I can use multiple of them, and it doesn't give up 2 prizes, and it can't be stopped by Power Plant. Yeah, I'm sorry, Silvally. You're not cutting it, my dude. You're not cutting it. That's the thing, man. You print a card that people are like, that's going to be good. And then you print Great Catcher. And then you print another card in the next set that's like, oh, but that's just a better version. So sometimes, man, it's like Pokemon, like they got people designing cards on like in different offices. And then like, oh, you designed that? Oh, crap, I designed that. Like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking, Pokemon Company? All right, enough complaining. What do we get in this pack? Nothing. That's what we got in this pack. Nothing. Just a fairy Pokemon that is not good and now will never be good because they will not have any more fairy Pokemon ever. So, no more fairy Pokemon support. Got another code card for y'all. Wonderful, folks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Got ourselves a metal type. Another Tangrowth. I can definitely build a Tangrowth deck now if I was so inclined. Psyduck, Trapinch, Oddish, Reverse Dragonium Z, and a Braviary. All right. Stacking up all the commons and uncommons and non-hollows basically up to the side. All right. Code card for y'all lovely folks. We are almost done with this box. Hopefully my ramblings have been mildly entertaining. I think this is one of those things where it's like, it'd be good to do this, like opening a box as a podcast where you don't really talk about what you're pulling. You just kind of open packs, chat about the game, etc. That'd be a pretty good little podcast, wouldn't it? I mean, it's not really a podcast if you can't see the cards, but like, you know, as the video of the podcast. So if you just want to listen to the podcast, and coolio, just listen to the podcast. But, you know, if you want to watch like people do on YouTube, you can also get some code cards. You know what? That's a good idea. I'm writing that down in my brain. Now I just got to find somebody to do a podcast with me. Oddish, Ralts. Hey, you got a character card of Stoutland and a Weezing. Okay. Very nice. I need more Weezings if I ever want to build a proper Roxy deck. I have 3 now. So I wish I could use the Coughings, but I don't want to have to start them. So that's the kind of thing where it's like, you made the pretty card the one that I would have to start if I drew into that, and I don't want to do that. Why did you do that? Why didn't you make Weezing the pretty one? Pokemon. More confusions. Flabebe and a Mimikyu. I have so many of these Mimikyu. All right, we got 4 packs left. 4 packs left, and then I have to do all of the cleanup. 2, 3, and 4. Lightning Energy again. 2 lightnings in a row. Roxy. Herdier. Oh, we got another character card. Okay. We got the Mimikyu. Very nice. Okay. And Abelcephalon. I like that. That is very cool. Cephalon, great card. Another one of my cards that I'm like, I have a few of them now, but always a card that friends are going to be like, does anybody have the Psychic Blacephalon? And I'll be like, yeah, I got a few. I don't know if y'all saw that one. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cynthia and Caitlin. Rotom, Type Null, Trapinch. Oh, we got something shiny at the back of this one, folks. Rowlet, Lillipup. Ooh, Reverse Lily's Full Force. And another ADP. I pulled so many ADPs. It's insane. I have pulled 2 of the Rainbow Rares. I think I pulled all of the arts, and I pulled like 4 or 5 of regular ADPs. And everybody's telling me like, oh, Wishy-Washy is the thing that people pull the most. I don't know if it is, but like I've only pulled like 2 Wishy-Washy GXs. So I think the boxes that I've been getting are very, very good. I've been very lucky with Cosmic Eclipse. And with Unified Minds, honestly, like my luck for pack openings has been, I mean, knock on wood, thus far has been very good. The amount of rainbow rares I end up getting like is way higher than the ratio says that they should be. So we'll do a quick little recap at the end of this. 1 pack left. I don't think that we're gonna have last pack magic. I think we've hit our numbers, but you know what? You know what? We gotta hope for a little bit of last pack magic regardless. Statistics don't matter. Let's just hang on for a little bit of last pack magic, huh? Got a Timpole, Flabebe, Alolan Sandshrew, Ponyta, Reverse Rockruff. A lot of R's. And another Fione, okay. Yeah. So let's just sort of see. Let's just look at the good stuff, huh? I'm not even gonna count the character cards. Let's just do the GXs because that's what we're all here for, right? Okay. In terms of the GXs, we got Naganadel and Guzzlord, Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff, Venusaur and Snivy, Silvally and ADP. Then we got a full art Nagaguz. And then finally, the Pièce de Resistance, Reshiram and Zekrom, Rainbow Rare. And with that, that's going to be it. Yeah, thank you all again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this pack opening. If you want to get these pack openings early, like I said earlier, check out my Patreon. Link is in the description. I'll catch you all later. Carpe awesome.